As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice, just enough space across the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Shapen. Grabbed in the middle, it's Reese. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Give to the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Shapen. Makes the grab, it's Thompson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Working that left side now. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this passing play if you're throwing.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception.
I mean, does the start get any better for this defense? You force a 3rd down, passing situation, great pass defense. Not only that, break on the football, make the interception, and take it all the way back to the house. The tone has been set in this ballgame.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Glover. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Shapen. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Makes the catch. It's Thompson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Cougars Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Going right to work up top. Catch in the middle, it's Mosley. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Back to pass. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Get the quarterback off the spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Caught near the sticks. It's Thompson. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Shapen. The quick out. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Mississippi State right back to the line. Wants to throw again. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Bulldog. A great catch and run for 6.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Duke is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Daniel Jones, this offense is not guaranteed to just keep scoring points today. They're up by 7 over NC State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us... things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the BYU Cougars, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Shapen. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Shapen. Caught near the sticks, it's Thompson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Mosley. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rate, some revolutions on that one.
You want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm. He takes his steps, and, man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw it. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And how about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Shapen. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He splits the uprights, and the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Complete to the left. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inactive in this pass.
You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Fires to the big fella. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
I
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me and trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll go to the ground. Shakes off the defender.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Now on first down from the 43. He wants to change this route. Toss sweep right. He breaks a tackle. Knocked out way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
Brings up 2nd down.
We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Shapen. That one comes out hot down the right side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They booted away on 4th down. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
Unloads to the right. It's caught. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
That's caught. It's Roberts. had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
And there was some eye contact going on there on that last play. Press man coverage. The receiver was looking at his guy like, please throw this up for me. You know we got this win. I'm going to beat this guy at the line of scrimmage and make a play. Quarterback, there was no doubt where he was going with it. That's just two guys being on the same page.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the handoff. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Glover. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Power football with the run. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
They'll keep it on the ground. Got enough for the first. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Shapen. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Quarterback may change this route. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. Setting up the screen. Fights off a defender. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes a grab on the shot. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the 1st option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Cougars headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive. And I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. They'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. And the ball comes to rest right there.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up, great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
And the Bulldogs buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Shapen. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, BYU. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who's the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off?